in China. Excuse me. And, ooh, excuse me. Ooh, ooh. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you guys haven't watched any of my videos before, my name's Diamond. I live in China, I work here, and I'm from the States. Recently, I just went to the States, and when I came back, I brought a whole bunch of stuff back. A whole bunch. And so I wanted to make a what did I bring back from the States to China video, or something like that, you know, give or take. But as I was writing down all of the stuff that I brought back, my list got really long. Really long, like front and back long. So what ended up happening was I went to the States with one big suitcase that I checked in that was basically empty. It had like a sweater in it and a small like makeup bag. If you guys watched my vlogs, you guys saw what happened. Anyways, I went with one bag and a backpack. I came back with two giant check-ins that were 50 pounds each, so the maximum. And my backpack filled completely, like the zippers were stretched, and I bought a big purse. So basically I came back with a lot of stuff. I decided that this first video is basically just gonna be foods and consumables that I brought back. The food that I brought back from the States is food that I felt that I couldn't find in China or that China didn't have. So some of the food I may be wrong about. China may have it. But this is coming from someone that doesn't speak Chinese very well, can't read Chinese very well, has to go to a market that only speaks Chinese, only has Chinese writing. So I just brought back what I felt was best for me, personally. Without further ado, let me get started with the video. Alright, so I've broken it up into about 5 different categories. It's all down here, so if I look down, that's what I'm doing. I brought back spices, some sauces, vitamins, consumables, and coffee/tea accessories and the items themselves. So I'll just go ahead and start with my spices. Some of the items have been used, and I don't have all of them. I bought multiple of some of them. If they've been used, it's because I've been home for a few days now, but I haven't had time to actually sit down and film this. So that's what's going on. My favorite spice that I brought back was I think I got this at Costco. A McCormick taco seasoning, a giant one. So they don't have, or they probably do, but I can't find ground beef very well or any taco seasonings at all. And basically I just brought back a giant thing of taco seasoning. I also, when I went to Trader Joe's gets me with their spice selection. I mean, come on, some of the things that Trader Joe's has is freaking yum. Okay, so my sister recommended that I get this lemon pepper, like pepper grinder. I brought back 2 of these. This is the unopened one. We've already used about like this much of the opened one, Justin and I have. So I brought back this pepper grinder. They do have ground pepper, but lemon pepper sounds good. I also brought back this onion salt. They have onion powder and salt in China, but this just has sort of a unique flavor. Again, my sister recommended this to me, and it was from Trader Joe's. Also from Trader Joe's, and recommended to me by my sister again, is the everything but the bagel seasoning. I haven't had a chance to use this, so I don't know what it tastes like, but I like everything bagels, so I'm assuming it's gonna be pretty good. It is, let's see, September, October. It's starting to get in that season where I'm gonna try to make homemade pumpkin pie, so I brought back a small thing of pumpkin pie spice. This is McCormick's. I think I just got this at like a Safeway or Holiday I think. Also from a holiday, I got these 2. I got basil leaves and parsley flakes. They probably have these in like Shanghai or maybe the business district in Hangzhou. But at least where I live, it's really hard for me to find basil and parsley. In fact, I've never seen parsley and I've never seen basil. Yeah. So I brought back basil and parsley. I make a lot of spaghetti. Justin likes my meatballs. That's it for the spices. So I brought back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spices. My top 2 favorite spices that I've used so far are probably the lemon pepper and the taco seasoning, and I'm glad that I bought 2 of the lemon pepper. Definitely worth it. If I'm wiping myself, ooh, I forgot I had lipstick on. If I'm wiping myself, it's really hot. If you hear any buzzing, it's probably the fans. If you hear any outdoor noise, it's because my window's open. It's really hot and my air conditioner broke. There's a big line of mold trailing down that I need to get fixed. Okay, moving on. The next thing that I got shouldn't really be a category, but it's sauces or liquids, I guess. I got these 3 different types of hot sauce. These weren't necessary for me, but I was at farmer's market back at home and I was just supporting a local business, and I like salsa verde, and this is verde hot sauce. So this is called Charman brand, and it's cool. So I don't know if you can see, but there's a kind of a picture of a monster on it, and on the side it says like the myth that goes with it and where it's from. So this one is called Verde Hot Sauce Charman, and it's got this green guy with ram horns on it, and it says the Billowhack. This half-human, half-goat is said to be the creation of a World War II era genetic experiment gone wrong. Sightings and attacks have been documented around the Aliso Canyon area of Ventura County. So it's cool. There's one for each of them. This girl is called the Lugaroo, and this one is, oh, this is the actual Charman. So I guess the brand's named after this guy. So they're pretty cool. I haven't tried them. I tried the green one right before I bought it, and then he just sort of talked me into buying all 3. So thankfully Justin likes hot stuff. I'm not a big fan of hot stuff, but I'll eat the green one. Lastly, for the sauces, I know it's not really sauces, but I did bring back some coconut oil. And actually, this really shouldn't be in the food section because I use this for hair masks. And I got 2 boxes of these. These are from Trader Joe's. The packets look like this. And I got the packets because I was really worried that the boxes wouldn't fit in my suitcase, and I thought that it would be easier for packs. And let's see, I got it, and it came out to only be a little less than the jar of coconut oil. So I figured, it's okay. I'll buy 2 boxes, get a little bit more than a jar's worth from the Trader Joe's coconut oil. They come in these convenient little packets. So this really shouldn't be in the consumables section of what I brought back from the States because it's really for my hair. Second, in my second little category of stuff, is I brought back some vitamins. So I tend to get bladder infections really easily. I drink enough water. It must be something else, maybe my diet, I'm not too sure, but I brought back 2 things of cranberry, not this one. I brought back 2 things of cranberry. When I bought this one, I didn't realize that it says 250 rapid release soft gels, but when I read the instructions, which I didn't read in the store, I didn't realize you have to take 2 soft gels 3 times a day. So you need to take 6 pills a day. And you probably can't see, but they're, here, I'll hold it against my shoulder. They're really tiny, super, super, super tiny. If I had read the instructions, I probably wouldn't have bought this because I thought it was 250 like big pills that you only take once a day. That was my mistake. I also got some chewables. Something else I got 2 bottles of melatonin. In college, I took melatonin a lot because I used to get really stressed from exams. And I noticed recently that I've started getting, not from exams, I don't know, maybe it's work, maybe it's something else, but I just started to notice that I've been having the same like stress-related sleeplessness at night. So when I was back home, when I was going through the vitamin section, I just sort of was like, I should probably pick up some melatonin, could be helpful. And then I also got some fiber therapy. So in China, there's a lot of oily foods, a lot of noodles, a lot of rice, and to be honest, your girl has bunny poos. So I got fiber therapy to help me with that. It's a little bit gross, but it happens. What I'm not showing, because it's not really food related, is I got a bunch of like over-the-counter medicines. So for example, I got like anti-diarrhea pills, I got Dayquil, NyQuil, the generic versions, I got eye drops, I got basically just the necessities. I have a little like first aid drawer, and I'm not going to show you the medicines, but what I would recommend is before you come abroad to live, I would go through the vitamin and medicine section of like your Rite Aid. I think I went through the Walmart one, and I went through and I thought of all of the situations I could be in. Anti-diarrhea pills and stomach relief and gas relief pills I highly recommend because the food is so different here. And even if you're like, oh, rice, noodles, and oil, my stomach can handle it. There's a lot of spicy food, a lot of ingredients that may or may not be fresh. You might not know where they come from. So just having those on hand, really helpful. Okay, so the next section is going to be sort of a drinks section, and then the section after that will be a actual consuming section. So for the drinks section, I did bring back 3 things of ground coffee, 3 different kinds. I've never had the Pete's coffee, but this was on sale, so I just bought a thing of that. I usually get the Trader Joe's dark roast and bring it back. That's what I brought back last time, but I only brought back 1, and I ended up getting to like here and then using it sparingly. And then I also saw this. It was Snickerdoodle, best yet, just gourmet coffee. I don't know, I've never tried it before, but I figured I'd bring back 3. I am going to Australia in November, so I could always pick up more ground coffee when I'm there. China does have ground coffee, but it is hard for me to find coffee that I like. It's really light roast, it's never dark, and it sort of always leaves me with like a watery taste, even if I try to make it really strong. I can order good coffee off of Taobao, which is like our Amazon here. However, it is really hard for me to read and write there, and I end up scrolling forever trying to find just one thing that I recognize. So it's cool to bring some of your favorite coffee. So for example, I would never be able to find the Trader Joe's dark roast, and this is my favorite coffee for how inexpensive it is. So I brought back one of these. The airport got me. The airport Starbucks got me. I got one of these little packets. It's 12 packets of instant dark roast coffee. When I go to work, I usually pack like a tiny little snack and drinks bag. So I've got like an instant ginger drink, an instant protein drink in there. I have an instant oatmeal, and then I'm gonna put 1 instant coffee in there. And I just leave this little Ziploc baggie in my work bag, so that way if I need a little pick-me-up throughout the day, I could do it. I leave a cup in my office, so it's easy, and there's hot water everywhere in China, so no problem. So I picked these up mainly because it was at the register when I was buying my tomato mozzarella panini, and I was like, ooh, good idea. So haven't tried these yet. Hopefully they're good. I also got 2 creamers. I know that there's powder creamer available in China, and in fact I was really hesitant on buying this one, but again, it's really hard for me to shop online, and that's where I would generally find the creamer. So it is powder. I did bring liquid creamer back last time I came back from the States to China, but it only lasts for maybe about a month. So hopefully this will last me a little bit longer. I like my coffee black. I rarely put sugar in it, and I rarely put creamer in it. However, my boyfriend likes creamer and sugar in his, so I got this. And then right before I left, I went to the store again, and he is a chocolate fanatic, and I found the same powder stuff, but in creamy chocolate. So I got him the chocolate one. In one of my previous vlogs, you saw that I got a box. This box got beat up, but I got a box of the New Me Aged Earl Grey. This is the same box that you saw from my vlogs. I figured might as well not waste it, bring it back. I've been loving Earl Grey recently. I don't know if it's just because I've been drinking so much Chinese tea that when I drank Earl Grey back home, I was like, I must bring back Earl Grey. The last thing I brought back for the coffee area was filters. So again, I could buy filters, but I remember last year having to buy filters and them being really expensive for a pack of 10, I think. And so this has 200, and they weigh basically nothing. So I brought back 2 packs of these, so I have 400 filters, plus, sorry Mom, the filters that I stole from you because I was worried I wouldn't have enough. So, sorry Mom. The last little bit is going to be the consumable sections that I brought, consumable items that I brought back from the States. This may be stupid, but I brought back jarred goods. This is probably what weighed down my suitcase, but I really like these. So, I don't know how to pronounce these. Cornichons? Cornichons? I think they're cornichons. They're like the little mini pickles from Trader Joe's. I fell in love with these in college, and I looked for them in China actually because I like them so much. And so when I went home, I was like, I have to get these, and I have to get capers. I could not find capers anywhere, and I love capers with asparagus. So I got capers and the little mini pickles. I also got, on recommendation of my sister, if you haven't noticed, all of my sister's recommendations came from Trader Joe's. We were shopping together then, so. She told me to get the marinated artichoke hearts, which I don't eat artichoke hearts that often, but when I showed Justin this, he was super excited, so cool. And then she also told me to get sun-dried tomatoes, which I also don't eat very often, but again, when I showed Justin these, he was really excited. I usually break up my time in China in increments of 10 months, so 2 months I spend out of China, give or take, and these last for a really long time. So for example, this one, the expiration date is in 2019, which I'll be gone by then, so it doesn't really matter, but do make sure you remember to refrigerate them after opening. I did get, oh, I forgot, I also have a Butterfinger. I got some Nerds and a Butterfinger. These are just gifts for some of the kids I teach. They don't have Nerds or Butterfingers in China, or they probably do, but they're in bigger cities, not in my city. I brought back 3 packs of chia seeds. Don't use chia seeds that often, but I remember in college using them a lot to make a, I don't know what they're called, but I used to get a mason jar. My friend Kat showed me it. Mason jar, water, chia seeds, and then fresh like blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries, and you leave it in overnight, and then the next morning it sort of makes like this gelatinous drink. Really yum. So I was thinking maybe I'd try to make that again here with some of the fruit that I can find in China, just to see how it tastes. So I brought back 3 bags of these. I brought back 2 bags of quinoa. Now I think I can find quinoa in China, but I think I remember it being really expensive, but I also wasn't sure. So I brought back 2 bags of this. For this, I wanted to make salad with this, like a tabbouleh or like a Mexican quinoa salad. Goes well with my taco seasoning. I also brought back 10 or 12 of these little snack size olives. I'm not a big fan of olives personally, however, Justin always talks about how shitty the olives are here at restaurants, and so I thought, well, I might as well bring back some olives for him to snack on, and he likes them because it says, just the handful of olives, pitted salted manzanilla olives from Trader Joe's. In addition to those olives, I've also brought back 2 packs of these from Trader Joe's. Again, I don't really eat olives. These were for Justin, and he really appreciated them. I don't know what he's going to do with them. He'll probably make it into a salad or just snack on them. I don't know. And then the last thing that I brought back that my cat has gotten a hold of is I brought back 5 bags of Riley's teriyaki beef jerky. So you can only get this up near my hometown, and if you go to a Cottonwood gas station, I think there's 2 gas stations that carry them. There's the one off of Gas Point, and then there's the one off of, shoot, what is that exit right before Gas Point? Anyways, the exit right before Gas Point. I think it's a Texaco. I'm not sure. I brought all of the jerky, the teriyaki flavored jerky that they had in stock, and I ate 1 when I was in the States, 1 on the plane, 1 back here, and then I had 3 bags left over. But my cat, Sassy, our little feral princess, ripped a hole in all of the bags. So I can't save them. I'm gonna have to eat them because they've all been opened, basically. Not that I'm complaining, but I was hoping to have them last for a while. That's everything that you can eat or drink or consume, because I also included vitamins in here, that I brought back from the States to here. Hopefully this video wasn't too long. Hopefully this gave you an idea of what sorts of things you might want to bring with you if you're planning on living abroad, at least in China. Thank you for watching again. Please subscribe, please like, please comment, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah!